So today we're doing a class that I normally do on Mondays from 5 to 6, and it's a yoga Pilates tune-up class where we use the massage balls and a foam roller. But because of time, it's only 30 minutes, we're going to skip the massage part. Hopefully you can do that before this video. And I'm thinking because we're all sort of scrunched over a lot, watching my husband work at home, I'm bugging him all the time about opening up. So what we're going to do today is break down the Pilates Swan and Warrior number 1. But we're going to start seated. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, you're going to curl back from the abs. Stretch out your back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, curl back. Now you're going to lean forward. Inhale, reach forward. Try to reach up through the crown of your head. Exhale, curl it back. Hang off your shins. Inhale, reach it forward. Gentle, you're just warming up. Exhale, curl back. Stretch out your back. You can move inside that stretch to open up any tight spots. Good. So from here, we're going to take a nice deep breath in as we lift the right arm up. So your left arm, inhale, reach up. Exhale, the other hand comes onto the floor and you side bend gently, opening up the lateral line, stretching out that tissue. You're going to rotate your chest up towards the ceiling, slide the hand down the back wall, bend your elbow and rotate around. Gentle stretch. Side bend again. You're going over to the right. And rotate. Keep breathing. Pull that arm around. Stretch. Side bend, dropping that shoulder down, that right shoulder down as you mirror me. Rotate. Keep the breath going. Exhale. Let's hold the side bend. Root that opposite hip bone so your left hip bone is really dropped down and bend for 3, 2, and 1. Other side, gentle, lifting that right arm up. Reach to the ceiling, lift your bones. Try to pull yourself up and over, don't have your elbow bent. Reach that arm right beside your ear. And then turn, bend the elbow, rotate your chest towards the sky, circle the arm down, and rotate across. Nicely done, you guys. Again, gentle, you're just warming up. And rotate across. And open. Breathe as you wish. The breath will come naturally, but don't hold your breath. Just make sure you hear the breath coming in and out of your lungs. This time, let's stay in the side bend. We're going to reach 1, 2, let your head go. As far as you can, long arm, and lifting up. Excellent. We're going to come on our hands and knees. I use a block or something, a pad, like I said, a gardening pad for my knees, just more comfortable. And always a strap is handy too if you're tight. So I should have mentioned that at the beginning, but most of us have that stuff at home, I think. So what we're going to do is do our little cat-cow, or I call it a happy puppy, with his tailbone up. And then curl your tailbone and stretch out that lower back. Inhale, arch. Exhale, you curl and round and stretch. Inhale, arch. Sit back towards your heels. Now as you come up, curl, and then see if you can hover gently off. We'll tuck those toes under and just hover those knees slightly off. Okay, if you need extra breath, use it. Inhale as you sit back. As you exhale, curl up, tuck those toes under, and lift off. You really want to squish out all of the air, going all the way back, and curl up. Tuck those toes under, hover, hover, push that floor away, maintain it, keep breathing, and gently down. So with your hands now, I want you to bend, make sure your hands, so your index finger is pointed forward if it's more comfortable on your wrist. You can grab the floor a little bit, like you're just sucking it up like that. Bend your elbows towards your knees. Feel your tricep muscle here working. Okay, so we're not leaning away from it. We're going to keep our weight forward. Bend. 1. Got a good crack there in my wrist. 2. 3, 4. Now tuck the toes under, lift your tailbone up and gently into your downward dog, rolling those shoulders away from your ears, slowly pressing one heel down, then the other. Nicely done. Drop your head, keep breathing. We're going to take the right knee and pull it right up into your chest. Pull your thigh bone right in. Push the floor away and bring that foot forward. If you have a sore knee or you need to come down, that's why the pad is handy. Just move it back and rest your knee down. If you want to stay up, you can extend that back leg. Reach and rotate up, not rotating our pelvis. So keep your hips square and just turn through your ribs. Exhale, now deepen it and rotate your hips. You can get much further. Circle the arm down. Reach it forward. Keep your hips nice and square. Rotate just your rib cage and your spine. Allow the hips to rotate. Rotate as much as you can. Stretch the chest. Circle down. We're going to put our hand back down. Extend the leg and come into a little plank position here. Abs engaged. Push the floor away for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down on your knees and gently sit back. So it's going to be a little bit easier class today because I just don't know what level you guys are at. So if you have a yoga warm-up you like, you can make it a little harder. Roll it back up. Tuck those toes under. Tailbone comes up, so I'm not rounded. I'm going to try to flatten my back. Press away from my hands and walk out those feet again. Some people prefer having their feet nice and wide. Okay, and then whatever feels best for you, you're going to rotate your feet to one direction and stretch, bending the knees. Rotate your knees the other way. That's it. Get a good stretch. And coming back, downward dog, we lift that left thigh right up into our chest, suck in those abs, and reach the foot forward. So here you are with that nice square pelvis, long spine. Inhale, you twist. Just in your thoracic, I have less range here. Rotate more. Circle down. All the way forward. Square up the pelvis, rotate. Breathe. Never hold your breath. And reach it forward one more time. Reach up, twist, and then your pelvis rotates. Coming back down, hands planted. Come back into your plank pose, abs engaged. So keeping the belly pulled in the whole time. Tuck your tailbone under and press that floor away for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming down on your knees or extending all the way down. Okay, so you can remove that little pad now and place it off to the side. From here, we'll do a little baby swan. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, pull your spine out long. Start to arc upwards. If you have a sore back, pause here. If you're fine, continue all the way up. Pause, inhale. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale, you reach it out. Arcing up slowly, halfway is good. Shoulders away from your ears. And going all the way up. Inhale. Exhale to come down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, stay. Exhale, arc upwards. Squeeze the glutes. Arching up. We will be breaking this down into parts later. Just a little warm up, do it the way you normally do. Maybe as I teach you the breakdown, you can learn something about your body today that you didn't know. And then you can focus on fixing that over time. So let's go into a child's pose and rest. Deep breathe, letting yourself relax. Allow your head to fall towards the floor. Good. From here, we're going to come back into the downward dog for a second. Stick your tailbone up. Really now bending your knees. So bend and extend over your hands. Bend. Warm up those quads. Bend. Push through your feet. You can hop or walk forward From here, I want you to place your hands on your shins. Tabletop forward, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, reach it forward, flat back. Exhale, round all the way down. One more time. Inhale, reach it up. Long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Walk your hands over to the right, stretching out that left side. Over to the other side. Keep your weight forward onto the ball of your foot. Stretch. Widen your feet a little bit. Push your pelvis backwards like in a nice hinge. Reach those arms forward and up. And release tension. Reach up. Relax. And up. Release. Lift up right through the center of your abs. Reach, 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 reach. Hollow out those abs. Reach as long as you can. Pull the right arm up. And other arm up. Really reach, you guys. Pull up your ribs. Pull in those abs. And open chest swan. We're going to be doing a little warm up here for your just a little bit of heart rate work. So we'll just do a little mini version of what I would do in the class. We're going to be doing the chair pose. Baby fingers reaching forward and pull back. Reach forward and pull back. Okay, so we're going to be doing that. Okay, a few rounds. And then I'm going to go a little baby plank just to warm up the side body. And then we'll get into the breakdown of the swan and the warrior one. Okay, so here we go together. Feet wide, feet comfortable position. You're going to inhale to reach forward. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale, reach forward, sit back. Hands right to your fists right to your hips. I'm going to move a little bit further away so you can see me. Inhale. Okay, so let's go for another 10. 9. 8, 7, knees over the center of your feet. 4 more. Reach. Swing from your shoulder blades. You're not lifting your shoulders. Let those shoulder blades swing around your ribs. 1 more. And rest. Good. So coming down onto your forearm. If you want, you can use that little pad for your forearms if you have a sore forearm here. Beginners, your bottom knee is bent, but it's not in front. You want to move that knee back in line with the other leg, as if they're both about to be straight. We're not sinking, so we're not chilling at the beach. We're here in Ottawa working, so we're going to press away. Bend the bottom knee and lift your hip up. Reach up and over. So we're going to lower and lift. Breathe. If you're stronger, go ahead and do the legs nice and straight. That's it. Pull up from underneath. Breathe. 2 more. So between 8 or 10 reps. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent work, you guys. Let's do that on the other side. So setting yourself up nicely. I like to slightly externally rotate my arm here so I'm not internally rotated. And then lining up the hips with nice straight line here as if I'm staying along a wall behind me. My hips aren't further back and I'm not overarching my back. So we're going to come up. Okay, here we go. Arm overhead and down and lift. Breathe. For 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I am breathing a little loud, but it's just to remind you to breathe. Pull those abs in. Reach for 5, 4, 3, work here, 2, 1. Excellent work, you guys. Take a break. So what we're going to work on first is working on the swan. And in the swan, we tend to arch too much in our lower back here. And we need to learn to arch here in the top. So the first thing we're going to do is just do a little opening of our chest to open up the front of the shoulder. So lying down on your back, if you want, and you have a block, you can place it, or a towel, right around your upper back and extend your legs and just let yourself open up your chest. If you don't have anything right now, just have your arms out to the side and take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax. Again, inhale. And full exhale. Okay, you could stay there for a little longer. Moving on though, what we're going to do is rotate our hips over, knees together, and the hands behind your head, and you're going to twist your body back towards the camera. Okay, so you have your knees totally together. So one knee is not further ahead than the other, right? They're perfectly aligned, and you're rotated all the way over, whatever range you have. So you're trying to melt back. Pause here and breathe in. And melt. Breathe in. And melt. Reach that arm out, feel the chest lengthening. Breathe in. You're stretching that armpit area. One more. And roll over, other side. You'll see me now keeping my knees perfectly aligned and rotating. This is my tougher side. I didn't want to show it to you first. I don't rotate as much on this side, and that's pretty much normal for all of us, especially if you have a little bit of scoliosis. So elbows are bent, rotate your ribs towards the sky. Breathe. Melt open. Without letting those knees slide, keep them perfectly level. No cheating. Extend that arm now, the back arm, and reach it out. Deep breathe. Melt. Excellent. Coming back. We are going to open up the quad muscle by lying down on our belly, which will help release the fascial tension along the front of your body. The anterior is the front. You're going to bring your knees together, bend the leg that's closest to the video. And just gently try to get those thighs together and curl your tailbone down. If you can't reach your foot, lie on your side and just grab it from here. But try not to have your knee up. Keep your knee down. Curl your tailbone under so that you're opening the front of your hip. Okay, so let's hold it here and deep breathe. I like closing my eyes to relax. Maybe as you stay there, you'll be able to pull it in a little bit more, and gentle release. We'll do that on the other side. So I'm going to grab my foot, squeeze the leg bones together, curl that tailbone down to open the front of the thigh. If you're flexible, you may even be able to lift your knee, but you don't want to arch your back or lift your tailbone. Tuck that tailbone down. So stay here, close your eyes, relax. Keep those abs working, and gentle release. So we're going to place the hands over each other. And if you've done my Pilates class, we do this a lot, but in this class it's also really important, as well as in the Aldoas, to get the upper back strong. So let's take a breath in, suck in those abs, squeeze the glutes, press your chest down, arc upwards, small range, lower, inhale. Just the top of your spine, press down, arc up. Roll those shoulders away, keep reaching out through those elbows. Let's hold it here, just little pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold it here, pull down, taking breaks whenever you need to. Pull those elbows towards your feet, reach out. Pull down, reach out. Pull down, exhale. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, let's reach those arms all the way back. Try to lift a little higher, sliding the shoulder blades down your back. Bend your elbows. Bring your hands forward and back. Now I'm not going to touch my fists to the floor. I'm going to feel those elbows lifting. Reach. One more. And rest. Sitting back into your child's pose. to take a little break. In your child's pose, just stay there and rest for a second and deep breathe. Due to time, I want to make sure that we get into all the other things we want to do. So as you're resting, we are going to move into the Swan, which is a Pilates move that actually is called Swan dive. So we really need to wake up the glute muscle. So now that you've released your back, lie back down, and we're going to work on strengthening the back of our leg without rotating our hips. So you can rest your forehead down. Maybe watch it once if you don't know it. Take a breath and reach out the leg that's closest to the video and lift up. Hold it here and lower. Good. Pull out and lift. So you're lifting with those hamstrings, the back of your leg, a bit of glute. That's it. Reach, exhale, lift. That lifting action is going to be important if you're going to try the Swan dive. If you don't want to do the full Swan dive, you just stick with the first part, which is going to be just the Swan. Okay? So here we go. We're going to place our hands, fingertips on our shoulders so we don't have our shoulders up to our ears. We're going to slide those shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. First you do is you flatten and pull out your spine nice and long. Arch your upper back, mid back. Squeeze your glutes. If you can go higher, go for it. And then at the end, when you can't get any higher, use your arms gently. Pull those elbows towards the floor though, so you're not letting your shoulders come up to your ears. You don't want to look like a turtle in its shell. You want to be pulling your shoulder blades down so you look like a turtle trying to come out of its shell. And then slowly as you come back down, as soon as you don't need your arms, use your back muscles to gradually bring you back down. So those muscles work as they lengthen. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale, shoulder blades down, push your head out of your body, arc upwards. Continue going higher up. Breathe in. And exhale, coming down. So you're going to continue doing that exercise. If you want to try the Swan dive with me, we are going to be holding that shape and rocking on our belly. Okay, so let's give it a try. Inhale. Exhale. Pull the shoulders away. Flatten that spine. Reach out nice and long. Arc upwards. Keep that pulling apart feeling. Inhale. Release and lift your legs. Inhale. Release. Lift those legs. 2 more. All the way up and bend and stretch back. Relax. Nice deep breath. Walk your hands to the right or towards the video, towards your TV, whatever you're watching this on, and just gently rotate in that stretch. Other side. Now do a little bent elbows, round your spine like a little scared kitty cat. And walk your hands over to one side, really rounding out the back. Over to the other side, round out that spine. Coming back to center and rolling up. So that was the Swan dive. Hopefully it went well for you. Next thing we're going to be doing is preparing for Warrior One. That's the one where you're arching back gently, fingertips are reaching up, and one leg is behind you. So we really need to open up our hip flexor for that one. It's called the iliopsoas. So again, I'm going to use a pad here for my knee. I am going to turn sideways so you can see me from the side. So you can fold up your yoga mat if you'd like. Your back leg is, the knee is down and your foot is in line with your knee. Okay, if you have issues with balance, you can either be beside a wall or open your foot a little wider. If we sit a lot, you're always in this position, shortening that hip. So we don't want to be arching our back here. We want to actually do the pelvic curl. So your low back lengthens and you feel your low abs pull in. Okay, so hold that position and breathe. One more breath. Holding those abs. See if you can keep that pelvis curled and slightly come a little further forward so the thigh goes behind you. Pause here, inhale. Deepen the curl. Relax the shoulders. A little further forward. Don't lose that lower back lengthening. I'm not allowing my low back to arch. Suck in those abs and hold. Keep breathing. Nicely done. Let's do that on the other side. So left knee, opposite knee is down, whichever knee you haven't done. Foot can be fairly wide if you're worried about your balance. Okay, so from here, we're not going to arch the back. We're going to curl that tailbone. Double check my foot wants to turn. So I'm going to make sure that foot is in line with the knee. Shoulders stacked, head stacked, and breathe. Hold in those abs. Good work, you guys. Gently coming forward. If you lose your balance, fine, no worries. Keep the scoop. I want you to really feel that lower back lengthening. Touch your lower back to see what's happening. And slightly more forward. Breathe in. You could do this 2 times a day. Get up and stretch out that hip flexor if you're sitting a lot. And coming out of that. We're going to be doing a little Eldoa here. And it's from a different type of class, but it's to help you feel that opening of your arm reaching up. We'll use the wall as a reference. So I'm going to move over a little bit so you can see me. Okay, so you're going to have the legs crossed, your whole spine long and flat against the wall so you're not overarching your back and you're not rounding your back. Okay, so the spine nice and long. Turn out your arms, roll those shoulders away from each other, swing the arms gently overhead. If you cannot keep your fingertips together, like so, you're going to have your arms apart and you're going to focus on that reaching up, pulling your spine nice and long, fingertips touching if possible. Lift your bones, push your thighs to the floor. Maybe in front of a mirror, double check you're not leaning one side to the other side. Center those ribs. Reaching up. Keep reaching. And release. Let's get up and try it with our foot against the wall. So you can do this in the original version with your foot turned out, but today we are going to put the back heel up on the wall. So the heel is up a little bit. And we're going to take a giant leap forward. Okay, so you're trying to bend that front knee almost to 90 degrees if possible. Same thing you did kneeling. Pull up through those abs, lift through your body, pull through those abs, reach up. If you can, fingertips together, exhale, you arc backwards in that upper back area that we warmed up. Reach up. Exhale, bend it back. One more, big inhale. Bend it back. Looks good, you guys. Virtually, I can see you guys doing it perfectly. Let's do that on the other side. So heel, back, so it's up slightly. The other foot, take a giant leap forward or walk your foot out, whatever's most comfortable for you. So shimmy it out there. I do have a mirror that I can see myself if my hips are nice and square. Back leg is straight, not bent. Straighten that back leg, try to bend the front leg. You'll feel that hip flexor stretch. Breathe in. Reaching up, exhale. Don't arch your low back. Bend at the top of your spine. And on the exhale, inhale, lift. Exhale, arc. Inhale, lift. And arc back. Those of you who can go further, do it, but don't go too much into your lower back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, you bend. Good. And stepping forward. Let's finish with a gentle forward bend. Take a breath in. Exhale. Roll it forward. Release the arms. Release the back of your neck. I'm going to turn sideways so I can see you guys. So I hope you enjoyed your little mini class. It's done on Mondays, 5 to 6, usually at Carleton University. Roll it up. And we break down one Pilates pose and 1 yoga pose. And normally we also add some massage, self-massage with the yoga tune-up balls as well. So I hope you enjoyed your class, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.